Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another video. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you will be updated on all my future content. So this video is going to be a review of 3-digit by 1-digit multiplication. 379 times 4 is our first example problem, and I'm going to go through exactly how to solve that problem, step by step. So step 1, we are going to multiply the 2 digits in the ones place. We're going to multiply 9 times 4. And anytime our product is 10 or more, we have to regroup. So 9 times 4 equals 36. So because our product is more than 10, regrouping is needed. So the 6 and 36 goes in the ones place. The 3 gets carried over to the tens place. Next, we multiply 7 times 4, and we have to add the 3 that we carried over. So 7 times 4 equals 28, plus 3 equals 31. 7 times 4 equals 28, plus 3 equals 31. So the 1 and 31 goes in the tens place. The 3 and 31 gets carried over to the hundreds place. 3 times 4 equals 12, plus 3 equals 15. And we have our final answer. 379 times 4 equals 1,516. All right, moving on to the next example problem. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Please hit the like button. Really helps the algorithm. All right, 489 times 2. So we are going to start out in the ones place. 9 times 2 equals 18. Now because, again, our product is more than 10, so we're going to have to regroup. The 8 and 18 goes in the ones place. The 1 gets carried over to the tens place. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 1 is 17. So the 7 and 17 goes in the tens place. The 1 and 17 gets carried over to the hundreds place. 4 times 2 equals 8, plus 1 equals 9. And we have our final answer. 489 times 2 equals 978. All right, on to example problem number 3. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Please hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm. All right, 258 times 7. Shout out to the person that just hit the like button. I appreciate you. So, starting in the ones place, 8 times 7 equals 56. We have to regroup because our product is more than 10. 8 times 7 equals 56, so the 6 and 56 goes in the ones place. The 5 gets carried over to the tens place. 5 times 7 equals 35, plus 5 equals 40. The 0 and 40 goes in the tens place. The 4 and 40 gets carried over to the hundreds place. 2 times 7 equals 14, plus 4 equals 18. And we have our final answer. 258 times 7 equals 1,806. Moving on to the next example. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Please hit the like button. Helps the algorithm. Glad you are here. $394 times 5. So, starting in the ones place, we start with 4 times 5. 4 times 5 equals 20. We regroup because our product is more than 10. So the 0 and 20 goes in the ones place. The 2 and 20 gets carried over to the tens place. 9 times 5 equals 45. We have to add the 2 that we carried over. 45 plus 2 is 47. So the 7 and 47 goes in the tens place. The 4 and 47 gets carried over to the hundreds place. 3 times 5 equals 15. 15 plus 4 equals 19. And we have our final answer. 394 times 5 equals 1,970. All right, we are moving on to the next example problem. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. It's the Mr. C. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. Shout out to Mr. C. All right, 817 times 2. So we start in the ones place. 7 times 2 equals 14. The 4 and 14 goes in the ones place. The 1 and 14 gets carried over to the tens place. 1 times 2 equals 2 plus 1 equals 3. Now we do not need to regroup in the tens place because our product is less than 10. If our product is 9 or less, regrouping is not needed. 8 times 2 equals 16. And we have our final answer. 817 times 2 equals 1,634. All right, we are moving on to the next example. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Please hit the like button. Helps the algorithm. I am glad you are here. 742 times 8. Starting in the ones place, 2 times 8 equals 16. The 6 and 16 goes in the ones place. The 1 and 16 gets carried over to the tens place. 4 times 8 equals 32. We add the one that we carried over. 32 plus 1 is 33. So the 3 and 33 goes in the tens place. The other 3 in the number 33 gets carried over to the hundreds place. 7 times 8 equals 56. Plus 3 equals 59. And we have our final answer. 5,936 is our final answer. 742 times 8 equals 5,936. All right, next example problem. $432 times 8. 2 times 8 equals 16. 6 carry the 1. 3 times 8 equals 24. Plus 1 is 25. 5 carry the 2. 4 times 8 equals 32. Plus 2 equals 34. And we have our final answer. 432 times 8 equals 3,456. All right, still rocking. We still rocking. We're on to the next problem. 515 times 7 is going to be our next example problem. We're probably going to keep going till at least about the 10-minute mark. 5 times 7 equals 35. The 5 and 35 goes in the ones place. The 3 and 35 gets carried over to the tens place. 1 times 7 equals 7. Plus 3 equals 10. The 0 and 10 goes in the tens place. The 1 and 10 gets carried over to the hundreds place. 5 times 7 again equals 35. We add the 1 that we carried over. 35 plus 1 is 36. And we have our final answer. 515 times 7 equals 3,605. All right, next example problem. Probably have 2 more problems before we call it a video. 628 times 2. That is our next example problem. Starting in the ones place, 8 times 2 equals 16. 6 carry the 1. 2 times 2 equals 4. Plus 1 equals 5. 6 times 2 equals 12. And we have our final answer. 628 times 2 equals 1,256. All right, moving on to what will most likely be the final problem of the video. 747 times 3. 7 times 3 equals 21. The 1 in 21 goes in the ones place. The 2 in the number 21 gets carried over to the tens place. 4 times 3 equals 12, plus 2 equals 14. The 4 in 14 goes in the tens place. The 1 in 14 gets carried over to the hundreds place. 7 times 3 equals 21, plus 1 equals 22. And we have our final answer. 747 times 3 equals 2,241. All right, that is my live stream for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. And if there was an area of math or reading that you're having difficulty with, put that in the comments and I will do a future video on that skill. Please share this video and remember to hit the like button before you head out. Really helps the algorithm. Until next time, this is Mr. Camilleri signing off.